our third lesson in the series on mending fences and reconciling relationships. For those of you who are following along in your Bibles at home, we are in the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 18, verses 21 to 35. It's the parable of the unmerciful servant, for those of you that are familiar with it. A little bit of an introduction. I'm realizing I haven't done this until recently, but the introduction that they give is even among the closest of friends. Sometimes we hurt each other. In this Bible story, Peter asked Jesus what to do when you get hurt by someone. So keep that in mind as we're going through the optional icebreaker questions. First question is, what was one of the worst things one of your brothers or sisters ever did to you? I was the baby of the family, and my brothers never really did anything really bad to me. I mean, okay, because I was the smallest, if we were all crammed into one row of seating in the car or something like that, I was the shortest, so I'd be in the middle. Okay, now I have both of my brothers on either side of me, so every time we go around a curve, well, I would get squished, but they didn't really do anything bad to me. Not really. Or at least I don't remember. Maybe I've just lost those memories. What about you all? What's one of the worst things one of your brothers or sisters ever did to you? Let me know in the comments below. And the second question is, what would you do to celebrate if all of your debts were suddenly canceled? For me, if all of my debts were suddenly canceled, I would hop on the computer and I would reevaluate what to do with the budget. Because that would include mortgage and all the other debts that are being paid off. Probably look at how much to set aside to start, saving up for vacations, how much we would want to set aside for saving up for adoption, how much I could set aside for going back to school, how much Katie could set aside to go back to school, so on and so forth. So, yeah. My first action would be to immediately reevaluate. We have all this money now. What are we going to do with it besides just have it collect and collect? How are we going to purchase it? So, that would be mine. Then again, I'm very much a math nerd, so having the opportunity, given a reason to work with numbers and play around with things like that, I'll take what I can get. But that's just me. What about you all? What would you all do to celebrate if all of your debts were suddenly canceled? Let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, we'll get to reading. Again, we are in the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 18, verses 21 to 35. Listen now for the word of our Lord. Then Peter came to Jesus and asked, Lord, how many times shall I forgive my brother when he sins against me? Up to 7 times? Jesus answered, I tell you, not 7 times, but 77 times. Therefore, the kingdom of heaven is like a king who wanted to settle accounts with his servants. As he began the settlement, a man who owed him 10,000 talents was brought to him. Since he was not able to pay, the master ordered that he and his wife and his children and all that he had be sold to repay the debt. The servant fell on his knees before him. Be patient with me, he begged, and I will pay back everything. The servant's master took pity on him, canceled the debt, and let him go. But when the servant went out, he found one of his fellows who owed him 100 denarii. He grabbed him and began to choke him. Pay back what you owe me, he demanded. His fellow servant fell to his knees and begged him, be patient with me and I will pay you back. But he refused. Instead, he went off and had the man thrown into prison until he could pay the debt. When the other servants saw what had happened, they were greatly distressed and went and told their master everything that had happened. Then the master called the servant in. You wicked servant, he said, I canceled all that debt of yours because you begged me to. Shouldn't you have had mercy on your fellow servant just as I had on you? In anger, his master turned him over to the jailers until he could pay back all he owed. This is how my heavenly Father will treat each of you unless you forgive your brother from your heart. This is the word of our Lord. Thanks be to God. So our first question is, if you were Peter, what would have been your thoughts after Jesus answered your question? I don't understand. This is serious stuff. This is going to be hard to do. I'm anxious to give this a try. I'm sorry I asked. In response from Jesus, not 7, but 70 plus 7. Or as it's actually even originally translated, 70 times 7, which would be 490, not 77. However you do the math, it's a lot of times. So my reaction would be, this is serious stuff, definitely. Forgiveness is not an easy task to do once, let alone 70 times, 77 times, 490 times. So definitely this is going to be hard to do. To continually set aside others' debts, to continually be able to forgive when they keep transgressing against me. That would be an initial thought, at least. I mean, granted, it would all be worth it in the end, but being told you have to keep forgiving them, there is no limit on how much you are allowed to forgive a person. You're not just, getting this card punch saying, okay, I've forgiven you 7 times, after this, no more. Some forgiveness and you win a free a free torturing or something. But that's my response. Let me know. What do you all think? If you were Peter, what would have been your thoughts when Jesus answered this question of yours? Let me know in the comments below. Number 2, from this parable, what is the principle for dealing with someone who has wronged you? You can't out-forgive God. God expects you to be a pushover. People who can't forgive one in their own chains. Only the forgiven can forgive. Well, the last one actually creates an interesting argument, saying that until you have been forgiven, you do not know how to properly forgive. That's an arguable point. Are those who have never been forgiven before able to forgive? That would be an interesting discussion for another time, I'm sure. But the one that I'm really leaning towards, the principle for dealing with someone who has wronged you, is people who can't forgive wind up in their own chains. Those who have been shown mercy are called to show mercy themselves. Those who hoard that mercy, those who keep that mercy for themselves, those who do not share it, it's going to be all the worse for them. Now, just a little bit of context. That first servant, the one who wouldn't forgive his fellow servant, 10,000 talents in modern day is millions of dollars. Something that is very hard to pay off on standard salary. The second servant owed the few denarii is a few $1,000s. So we're talking a few thousand versus many millions. So in the end, you have the second servant, he's going to be just jailed until he is able to repay. The first servant, he's going to be imprisoned and tortured until he's able to pay his debt. Punishment for his inability to pay off his debt is far worse because he was not able to show forth that mercy. So that would be my leaning, is that people who can't forgive wind up in their own chains. Maybe you think something else. Let me know in the comments below. What is the principle for dealing with someone who has wronged you that we learned from this parable? Let me know in the comments below. Number 3, to whom do you have to say, I'm sorry, the most? Mom or dad, spouse, children, brother, sister, friend, coworker, boss, someone else. For me, my spouse, I guess. I don't really see parents, spouses, don't have children, don't really have coworkers, don't really have a boss, and friends, don't really have friends that live around here. So simply because my spouse is the only one who is around for me to wrong, she's the only one I really have to say sorry to, the one that I would say sorry to the most. But that's just me. What about you all? Who do you say I'm sorry to the most? Let me know in the comments below. Number 4. How do you usually handle it when someone has wronged you? Confront them, ignore them, look to get even, withdraw and sulk, tell people, forgive and forget, hold a grudge, talk to God. Basically, that covers all possibilities. So whatever your initial response is, it's probably on that list. For me, talk to God, pray about it, and then confront the person. Let them know, I didn't appreciate what you said about me, I didn't appreciate you doing this, so on and so forth. Let them know that I consider this wrong against me, but forgive and forget. I don't like holding grudges, I'm not one to hold grudges. I see no value in doing that. But That's me. What about you all? How do you usually handle it when someone wrongs you? Let me know in the comments below. Number 5, which of the following is hardest for you to ask for forgiveness, to give forgiveness, to forgive over and over, to forgive and forget? I think for me, the hardest thing for me to do is forgive and forget. Forgiving is one thing. Forgetting, I generally don't forget. Generally don't forget what people have done. I don't know. That's the one that really pops out to me, is the forgetting. Especially when it comes down to forgetting myself. I'm very hard pressed at forgetting myself and forgetting my wrongs against others. But that's another topic for another time. What about you all? Which of those is the hardest for you? Asking for forgiveness, forgiving over and over again, or forgiving and forgetting? Let me know in the comments below. Number 6, what have you found helpful in resolving conflict? Writing out my feelings, breaking off the relationship, being upfront with the person, doing something nice for them, ignoring it and hoping for the best, appreciating God's forgiving me, asking someone to mediate, something else. If it affects me enough, writing out my feelings, so I'm not just bottling them up, definitely being upfront with the person, not holding secrets, not being begrudging about it. Being upfront and honest with them, saying I didn't appreciate what you said to me, I didn't appreciate what you did to me. Just being upfront with them. That's been one of the. Communication is key. Any relationship, friendship, family, romantic relationships. Being upfront about the good and the bad is key. So, those are the two that really stick out to me. What about you all? What have you all found helpful in resolving conflicts? Let me know in the comments below. Number 7, who is someone you need to either offer or receive forgiveness? A parent, spouse, children, brother or sister, friend, coworker, boss, someone else. I really can't think of anyone that I would need to offer forgiveness at this time. No one's really done anything wrong to me, at least that I know of. So, as far as I know, I'm all good. Or at least I can't think of anyone. I'm sure once this video is done, I will think of someone. Anyway, who is someone you need to either offer or receive forgiveness from? Let me know in the comments below. As always, our final question is, how would you like this group to pray for you? As always, if you have prayer requests, leave them in the comments below, either here on the Facebook page or on my YouTube page. You can shoot me an email, give me a call. I'm here for you all. So until tomorrow's Thursday, so yeah, until tomorrow.